There's a very good reason why the recovery from narcissistic abuse is its own category of healing. Because in order for you to recover from all the trauma, you need to go through a journey that is kind of like escaping a cult. Because the narcissistic family unit functions like a cult. Now, sometimes people call this the cult of one, as in the cult around that one narcissist, but I actually don't think it is that accurate. Because in order for you to function within that narcissistic family system, in order for you to be a member of that family and not to be shunned or ostracized, you have to be somewhat in on it. You have to turn a blind eye to all of the abuse and insanity that is happening. You have to turn a blind eye to the fact that there is a person, or sometimes multiple people, who demand worship, who demand obedience, who will hurt you, harm you, gaslight you if you start asserting your own boundaries, or if you even dare to be an individual. In order for you to be a member of the narcissistic family system, of the narcissistic cult, you have to maintain a level of avoidance and dissociation. Why? Because a healthy individual with a healthy nervous system and healthy degree of self-attunement would feel that something nefarious is going on, that this is not healthy, this is not okay. I'm basically being asked to forfeit all of my boundaries. You basically have to sign a contract that says that I am first, not allowed to leave, and at the same time, I'm not really allowed to exist. I'm not allowed to be an individual with my own needs, with my own boundaries, with my own preferences. I am not allowed to exist. And a lot of the times people are going to be asking, can I actually maintain or have a healthy relationship with my narcissistic partner? Or even, can I heal while in a relationship with a narcissist? And the answer to that is, of course, no, not really. Or it is extremely limited. Why? Because if you want to have a healthy relationship with a narcissist, you have to stay a member of that cult. And sometimes people try to heal themselves, they try to improve their life in any way they can, while staying either within the narcissistic family unit or staying in a marriage with a narcissist, as if they were in a prison cell. Prison cell, they decide that they're going to make it into their living room, and they're going to polish all the walls, they're going to put in their own furniture, they're going to create a beautiful living room within that prison cell, all the while ignoring and trying to run away from the fact and deny the fact that they are in a prison, that they are trapped, that they actually don't know what true freedom feels like. But they are trying to delude themselves into believing, no, this is totally fine and this is totally okay. Look at my 12-inch screen in my prison cell. It is amazing. And yet, you are still in prison. If you try to heal within an abusive environment, within a abusive relationship, it is you trying to paint your prison cell pink and pretending that it's beautiful, but it's still a prison. And so if you are someone who is recovering from narcissistic abuse, especially if you are born into it as a child, don't be surprised and don't feel guilty about the fact that at a certain point it becomes difficult or strange to even interact with your extended family members, with all of the people who were around for the abuse, who were effectively enablers to everything that was happening to you. Because, first of all, we need to process the enormous betrayal of that while I was being abused, you watched, you enabled it. Sometimes you even encouraged it. You did nothing. And at the same time, we have to come to a realization, oh, they are in a cult. There is no reasoning with them because they have been brainwashed. They have been brainwashed into pretending that whatever is happening here is okay, is normal, is even in some weird and twisted way good. That perhaps the narcissist doesn't mean it, that all men and all women, all moms, all dads are like that. But that's not the truth. They are not. They're really not. Nothing that happens within the cult of the narcissistic family is normal. Nothing that happens within the cult of narcissistic family is okay. And in order for us to fully recover, to reclaim our sanity, to reclaim our power and our ability to be safe in our bodies and to feel sovereign, we need to acknowledge that this was not okay. And I have the right to cut myself off from this insane bullshit. I have the right to live. I have the right to just be on my own without all the distorted input of all of my family members. I need to reclaim my own sanity, and I don't need the input of insane people. And as a closing message, I want to leave you with this. There is a hope where you can heal from all of this, where you can start resolving all of the incredibly painful conflicts within our nervous system. The conflict of you can't abandon me and yet you're not allowed to exist. The conflict of I can have my own boundaries, I can have my own preferences, I can have my own needs, my own voice. There is a point where you can start releasing and resolving all of that in a rather effective and swift fashion. And then you will eventually come to a place where you are done healing. And it's not that you are suddenly fully healed and all of the wounds have disappeared. It's that you come to a point of empowerment and you awaken this incredible creative power within you. And suddenly, all of the pain that you have been carrying is not just wounding that you have to somehow release out of yourself, but it becomes fuel for creation, for you to create art, for you to create ways of inspiring others that can help heal yourself as well as other people. We don't fully let go of all of our pain. That is a very tall order and seems almost impossible, but we empower ourselves enough where our pain doesn't actually bother us, but it becomes fuel for creation. Because everybody has creative power within them. And if you heal deep enough, that power can be awakened and used in your own life to help heal yourself and everybody else.